Practicing, when I see a patient probed for pain, mend a bone, birth a baby, in all of it, it will be that old woman, courageous enough to leave her body to science, who will serve as my internal reference guide. My journey with her was so intimate, so illuminating, and so elemental that she will always stand as my idea of what human beings are made of. A quote by Ranit Mashori in a special to the Washington Post, December 7, 1999. Going into medicine has been a lifelong dream, and I am finally beginning that journey. This fall, I will finally begin becoming a nursing student. As my journey got closer, I began to see all the budget cuts, and as they started to get worse, I wondered, how will this affect my schooling? I did a little research, and the biggest cutback is taking cadaver dissection out of first-year medical student classes. Gross anatomy will soon be off the table. Keeping cadaver dissection is not only a privilege for our future doctors and nurses, it's a necessity. We need to keep dissections available for students to allow them to connect to and become inspired by a brave person who donated that body. I'd first like to tell you all what cadaver donations mean to the students and how they will influence our future doctors and nurses. Students and first-year medical students have the opportunity to meet their first patient, as many professors across the United States will call them. This is the first encounter with death that most students will have. And this person who gave this precious gift to science, the students will learn from them about life, death, and the human form. Being able to tour the human body allows students to create connections about how the body works, how organs are related to each other, and how all of this is one amazing system. The removal of this vital part of these students' education will not only be detrimental to the future doctors and nurses in their education, but to every patient they have during their entire professional year. Now that I have alerted to you why we need cadaver dissection in schools, and I will next inform you why the problem has begun to become worse, why cadaver dissections are being removed. Medical schools have begun to cut cadaver dissections from the curriculum due to time restraints, money issues, and lack of professors willing to teach the course. Time is becoming more and more valuable to students and to all of us. As stated perfectly by Robert Trelease in an article to Wired magazine, digging through fat, getting around bone, getting under skin, these days that's considered too much work. When these students get out into the real world and they start performing surgeries on all of us, won't they need to dig around fat, cut around bone? They'll need to take that time. They need to learn how to do it in school. Money has and always will be a problem for schooling. It's always needed and there's never enough. It is true, however, that each cadaver costs $1,700. These cadavers are used for a group of students that will explore together. The information gained and the experience of exploring the human form cannot be replaced by a computer program. Most of the professors that teach gross anatomy classes are reaching that time of retirement, and most new professors, with all the new technology and all the new courses that are being introduced in the medical school curriculum, they think, we don't have the time. And why should we? We have more important and more interesting courses to teach. You now know what the reasons are for cutting cadaver dissection from first-year med schools. I would now like to discuss with you my solutions. I have come up with, I think, to be 3 very viable solutions to this problem. Time that's never on our side, and it never will be. With the more technology and the more new things there are to learn about medicine, we need to slow down. Stop rushing the students through medical school in 4 years. Take that extra year, take that extra semester, and teach them the right way. Money, there's never enough, and prices do nothing but get higher. We need to encourage more people to take that step and donate their bodies to science. The higher volume and bodies to be delivered to medical schools, the less it costs. Price always goes down in bulk. Professors, we have yet to find a youth serum to make those aging professors become young once again, to teach our new and ever-intriguing population of medical students. Perhaps a more viable answer is to get more of the new professors to take on one gross anatomy class instead of have one professor do the whole class. This is more than learning about the parts of a body. It's an experience that can't be replaced by software. In conclusion, I hope you are now aware that the need for cadavers in medical schools goes way deeper than learning anatomy. The medical students also learn about death and how to cope with it. The reasons to take dissections off the table are growing, but as stated by Trelease in an article to the Washington Post, it's sort of like if you were training someone to be an auto mechanic, what would be a good way to train? Have them read a manual or watch a videotape, or spend their time taking apart an engine and putting it back together. I have photos of medical school classrooms where they're dissecting patients, and this is an empty slab. If we continue to cut cadaver dissection out of the class, this is what we're going to have in our med schools. We're going to have empty slabs and nothing to learn from. Thank you.